Shakur Stevenson is a great fighter that may talk too much. That was the gist of my whole video yesterday. This is your boy JG. This is a Punch Report. In this video, we discuss a lot of comments that I got on the video that I dropped yesterday. Go and check that out if you haven't had the chance. But I will give you this caveat. It is important that if you watch the video, you watch it in its entirety, the whole thing. Because I already know what happened. I said like 3 things, and then cats immediately went to the comments section and didn't listen to the rest of the video because they wanted to just defend. And that's fine. I appreciate the engagement, but it's important that you listen to the whole video. So the topic of the video yesterday was the fact that Tank Davis found Shakur Stevenson's performance against Josh Padley to be funny. He went to his social media, a verified account, to post that. And then obviously Shakur Stevenson, he had a response. You know, you need to be focused on Lamont Roach, and that's fine. Nothing too crazy there. But I want to make some things abundantly clear when I talk about Shakur Stevenson. I did a video about 3 years ago when I think he was sub 130 and people were talking about Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, what's my man's name? Vasyl Lomachenko, and then you can mix or match who was in there next, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, whatever the case may be. At that point in time, I had Shakur rated above all of them and was fairly convinced, based on his style, that he could beat all of these guys. Now, a couple things happen as you, one, get bigger, two, progress through your career. Your competition changes. You move up in weight. It gets more and more difficult to stop guys in spectacular fashion. He doesn't have that type of style anyway, but the challenges become greater, especially as you move up. I think there's been a degree of separation. I would rank Tank Davis, as of right now, above all of those guys because he has the ability to box and punch, and he's going to knock you out brutally, and it's not going to take too long. But this video is not about Tank Davis. This video is about the greatness of Shakur Stevenson and how it's muted and sometimes missed because of the things that he says from a general perspective. Shout out to some of the individuals in the comment section. We've been going back and forth all morning. Appreciate you guys for tapping in with the channel. And I just want to say one thing. At no point in time did I mention that Shakur Stevenson said that he was going to knock out Schofield. It may have happened. I didn't hear it. Or Padley. But what I did say is Shakur Stevenson has talked so much. That's why they gave him the nickname Shakur Twitterson. That's not, I definitely didn't make that up, but it's not getting thrown around in all corners of the internet because it's just some fabricated nonsense. He has developed a propensity to say things or write checks that his ass cannot cash. Now, he'll go out there and outpoint a guy, really clip him up. I struggle with the Padley performance because this guy was off the couch. You had a 12-week camp and you brought everybody in. I will repeat myself. You had a 12-week camp and this guy was off the couch and had to take PTO to come fight you. And he has 15 bouts and no power whatsoever. He had nothing for Shakur. Shakur, good combination punching, good pressure, targeted the body very well, broke him down, and stopped him in the 9th round. Well, the corner stopped the bout because they saw their fighter was just getting touched up too much. I know Shakur is not a power puncher. I know he's not a knockout guy. But I think when there's significant level gaps or differences or deficiencies with a fighter, this being Padley, he's not supposed to go 9 with Shakur. That's just facts. There's no getting around that. Josh Padley is not supposed to go 9 rounds with Shakur Stevenson. It's not supposed to happen. That's just like a civilian would look like an amateur boxing back. It's just not supposed to happen. And so I want to make clear that no one's criticizing Shakur's talent, skill, and ability. I think he's one of the most supremely gifted boxers in the sport today. But just be that thing. When you get on this, I want to go in there and make sure my defense is sharp, make sure I'm landing combinations. As the fight progresses, I want to increase my output, really target the body, and figure out a way to break this guy down and get him out of there. That's all I really want to hear because that's all you really do. And for the record, I had him really kind of convincingly beating Floyd Schofield. Hopefully we get that fight in the future. I think I would not have been as shocked or surprised to see that fight go the distance or maybe get something late in a stoppage perspective in the 11th round, because I think how it would have played out is a little similar to this one, but with more action, because Schofield would have pressed the issue. But I believe that Shakur and his defensive prowess would have just muted his offense largely. And then because Floyd Schofield is a prospect stepping way up to fight Shakur, I think that, his corner, especially his pops, would have been responsible and not let their son just continue to take damage when it wasn't necessary. Whether Shakur hits hard or not, it can really cut into a fighter's confidence to just get punched around the ring like that. So that's my mini breakdown for the Schofield fight. But I digress. Shakur Stevenson has 100% and definitely had a history of saying outlandish and wild things about who's going to knock out and hurt, and it just doesn't come that way. And the criticism for Shakur is just go back and watch the Artem Hartunian fight. Now, I'll never say anything good about Tim Bradley. That telecast was terrible, but he has some good criticism for Shakur for the back half of that fight after round 5 or 6. Just go back and watch that. Shakur Stevenson is a supremely talented fighter. Josh Padley can't go 9 with you. That can't be a thing that happens. And I look forward to a calibration of sorts, maybe a level of growth or maturity that says, I don't need to say crazy shit on the internet. I need to go out there and just beat people. Quite honestly, Devin Haney, he was never a big shit talker either. All Devin Haney did was chase all the big fights, collect belts, and put on performances. He wasn't a big knockout guy. He was doing everything right. He was ascending appropriately. Then he got into the Ryan Garcia sweepstakes and talking crazy, and then it kind of put a tarnish on the luster that he had built for himself. Litigating and all this other stuff. It all happened when you start talking. Less is always going to be more. Less will always be more. Congratulations to Shakur Stevenson. That was a great performance. Oh, let me stop. Congratulations to Shakur Stevenson. You were able to get the job done, secure a victory against Josh Padley, who no one rates and will not likely hear from ever again, not on the international level. And I look forward to see what you do next. This is your boy JG. This is the Punch Report. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified, and we out.